What is going on, my beautiful sexy friends, and welcome back to another video here on Team Acne. I am not a beautiful sexy friend right now because my hair is so freaking long. All the barbers are closed around me, and so we're just gonna see how Q-tippy my hair can get. But today, more importantly, we're gonna review a video that so many of us wanna see. It's called How to Cure Your Acne. That is the most straight up title I've ever heard. And this is by one of my new favorite acne channels. This is Dr. Anthony Yoon. So this is an actual dermatologist that's gonna tell us 5 or 6 top reasons that you can actually cure your acne. So I'm really excited to see what he says. He's got good content, but that's a big claim. So let's just jump right into this.
Today, we're going to go over 5 simple tips that you can use to help cure your acne. So what's the problem? Well, the problem is that acne is everywhere. Some people think that acne may just be with people who are teenagers, who are going through puberty, but that is not the case. There's so many adults who are suffering and dealing with acne every single day. And I'm going to give you some good solutions on this video. So my number 5 tip is to stop talking on your phone. Well, it's not necessarily the phone that gives you acne, but when you think about it, if you have a cell phone and you're talking on your phone all day, well, what are you doing? You're putting your face against the phone. And there are studies that show that our cell phones are really, really dirty. How many people bring their cell phones into the bathroom with them when they're going number 2? How many people have your fingers all over your cell phone when you're eating food and after you eat? How many people actually clean your cell phones? Not a lot of people do. So it is very dirty, and when you keep applying it to your skin, you're taking the bacteria that's actually on your cell phone and you're putting it on your skin. Well, another thing is if you have a job where you talk at work, like I see it in the hospital where you've got the handpiece and you got the mouthpiece that's against your chin, if you're talking a lot on that, same thing. You can get the bacteria from that mouthpiece on your chin, and you may find that if you, let's say, start a new job and you're on the phone a bit more, that, geez, why am I getting acne of my chin? Once again, you are transferring bacteria from that phone receiver onto your chin, onto your skin, and bacteria is one of the big causes of acne. So what do you do instead? Well, use instead headpieces. So you can use headpiece, you can use earbuds instead of using the phone. Also, you're going to be able to get away from some of that EMF when you're talking on the phone. You don't necessarily want those signals right next to your brain when you're talking.
Okay, starting off with an interesting one. I actually was expecting this video to be pretty standard. You know, what you would usually expect. Try a cleanser and change your pillow sheets every 2 days. All that kind of stuff, right? So I thought this was a pretty good start. The phone. Definitely. Even before I was thinking about acne with my phone, I just think about how disgusting your phone is. I also, like, side note, think of how gross shoes are. Think about it. When you go into the bathroom, right? You're walking around, especially in the guy's bathroom because there's urinals, there's urine all over the floor, and then you step all over it, and then you step inside your house, and then you step all over your carpet, and some people wear their shoes in bed. Disgusting. Side note tangent. I don't know if you guys are as bacteria germ grossed out as I am. I feel him with the phone. One thing I will say is that when I talk on the phone, I'm usually on speaker, and then if I'm up here, I'm usually like this. So the only point of contact is my ear. I don't never really like press it against my face. I think that's more of a boomer thing, just saying. I don't know. But this is definitely a great point. I actually disinfect my phone. I did ever since the pandemic started. I use like a wipe on my phone. But even then, good point. Shouldn't be pushing it against your face, bacteria, but you're also trapping heat and stuff against your face. So yeah, great start.
So definitely that transmission of the bacteria from our various devices to our face is not a good thing. Well, you can try Low Dose Minocycline. Now, this is something that you need to go to your dermatologist for, but one of the things is that acne is inflammatory. It's an inflammatory process. It's also one of the main causes is bacteria. Now, minocycline can do 2 things. If it's in a low dose, it can help suppress some of the bacteria that are contributing to the acne, but also can act as a bit of an anti-inflammatory. At these low doses, it reduces inflammation and settles the skin down. So a lot of dermatologists will prescribe low dose minocycline and similar antibiotics like that, not necessarily to kind of kill bacteria, but basically to reduce inflammation. And there was an interesting study. You know, one of the things, if you follow me, you know that the microbiome and the health of the microbiome is very important to the health of our entire body. And so you may be watching this saying, well, Dr. Yoon, why are you recommending an antibiotic? Well, interestingly enough, minocycline was tested, and when people go off of minocycline, this study that I looked at showed that the microbiome seemed to replenish itself very, very quickly afterwards. And I can't remember the exact time frame, but it was very quick. It was like a week or two or something. Your microbiome gets back to normal. That's not the case though with all antibiotics, and that's why a low dose of an antibiotic like this will be better than other low doses of other ones. So definitely something to talk with your dermatologist about if you've got acne issues.
Okay, minocycline, interesting. I think this is definitely good advice, because while antibiotics didn't do anything for me, and so many people, you probably see it in the comment section on this video, so many people say antibiotics didn't do anything for them, even high doses of it. But a lot of people will actually see huge improvements in their acne, and for the reasons that he's saying. Anti-inflammatory also helps you produce less bacteria, but generally a dermatologist will put you on minocycline, like he's saying, or doxycycline for their first thing that they try on you. When you come in and say, I have acne, what do I do? Put you on those antibiotics. If that doesn't work, they'll put you on some Retin-A, and then they'll put you on Accutane. I think that's good advice. I do think it's kind of generic though, because you're gonna see a dermatologist, he's gonna tell you that anyways. But yeah, if you haven't thought of it before, it's an idea. Let's see what the next one is.
Well, number 3 tip is to stop putting coconut oil on your face.
Yes.
Well, I think coconut oil is great for a lot of different uses, and a lot of people are using it for moisturizing their skin. We're using it in our food as a good, healthy oil. But the problem with coconut oil is that it clogs pores. And so if you put it on your face, you can contribute to acne. So if you've been putting coconut oil on your face and you've got acne, stop. Don't put it on your face. You can put it on other parts of your body if you want, but definitely not the face. And if you've got acne, best just to stay away from coconut oil topically if you can.
Anthony, I love that you brought this up, man. So many people have, especially in the last 5 years, it's become very trendy for coconut oil to be like, everyone's favorite cooking oil. And also now coconut oil is seems so organic and amazing and stuff. So people put it in a lot of shampoos and conditioners and things like that. So then you get used to seeing it and you're like, oh, I want that in my moisturizer. Probably a good oil. And I've heard oils sometimes are good to put on your face. Coconut oil, unfortunately, it goes solid at room temperatures. So when it's on your face, when you're rubbing it on your skin, it'll melt in your hands and it'll feel like, oh, this is great. But when it gets cold, when you go out, if you live somewhere where it's a little bit colder, when you go outside, that oil will then solidify into a solid. And if it's in your pores, it's going to solidify into a pore clogger. And then that'll cause you to have more acne. So I've always said that, and I'm glad that he brought that up as well. Let's see what he's got next.
My number 2 tip, benzoyl peroxide. Benzoyl peroxide can help reduce those bacteria, that can once again influence and lead to acne. So look for benzoyl peroxide based products. A lot of drugstore brand products use benzoyl peroxide. It's not very expensive. Combine this with salicylic acid and you've got basically the salicylic acid which will clean out those oil-filled pores, and the benzoyl peroxide that will help reduce the bacterial component of acne. And my number 1 tip.
Okay, so that's definitely what I was thinking he was going to say in the very beginning. Like when I said I thought he was going to advise a gentle cleanser. Benzoyl peroxide, yeah, I think pretty much everybody knows about this at this point. For a lot of people, benzoyl peroxide is the answer. For a lot of people, it would at least improve their acne. And if you haven't tried benzoyl or salicylic acid, you should definitely go through that trial and see if it helps. And if it does, boom. And if it doesn't, well, at least you tried. Better than not knowing and stuff. What I'll say with benzoyl peroxide, sometimes when you get the cheaper end products, there's actually a lot of filler in them. I did a video recently where I went to the 99-cent store and bought some products and really looked at the ingredients. And yeah, I would definitely spring for a little bit more expensive, so it's a little bit more pure and there's not as many fillers. But even then, it's still a pretty cheap product to try out. So we're on point here. Let's see what the number 1 tip he has is.
Tip, if you've got acne issues, is to stop making out so much. Yes, you may think that I'm not being serious, but I totally am. So you're making out with somebody and your skin is mashed up against somebody else's face, okay? If your boyfriend or your girlfriend doesn't wash his or her face, or God forbid, let's say your boyfriend or girlfriend has horrible acne and you're mashing your face against their face, well, once again, you're taking that bacteria and taking it from their face onto your face. So if you are dating somebody, if you're married to somebody and you love making out, be very mindful of that. Don't mash your face against each other's because you could be sharing bacteria that cause acne. Okay, so take this very seriously.
Okay, there's the number one tip. This is why I like Anthony Yoon. He's got a lot of like the typical advice that you've heard before a million times, which of course it's great advice. That's why you need to hear it a million times. But then he also goes with the stuff that you aren't really thinking about, but are totally relevant. Like your phone being against your face, or your face being against someone else's face, or someone touching your face. You know, when someone like gives you that kiss and they slide their hand up beside your face and stuff like that, their hand, it's just like a phone. It's been everywhere. It's been with them to the bathroom, to the kitchen, all around other people's hands, around their desks, positions and stuff. But then yeah, the point he's more so making is that when your face touches someone else's face, their bacteria, they have an overproduction of P. acnes bacterium, which is what causes acne. And they're sharing that to your face, which probably has a much lower amount of P. acnes bacterium than the person. And that's not great, but also you're mixing oils, you're mixing dirts. Just in general, that's not a great thing to happen. Now, I will say, like, there are sometimes situations in the acne world and life where you have to say, you know what? I know that this is probably not the best thing for my acne, but I want to do it. So I do think that there's a time where you need to balance and be like, you know what? I'm gonna eat that sugary food that causes acne, or I'm gonna kiss that person that I've got a crush on, and I know I probably am gonna break out from it, but I'm gonna have fun. And so I just, knowing that it's gonna cause me acne gives me a lot of calm, because yeah, if I get a pimple when I wake up in the morning, I know why. I'm not guessing, but I don't think it's the right thing to do to always avoid everything that could possibly cause you acne, because sometimes things are just fun. You need to accept the consequence and just enjoy your life. Anyways, this was an awesome video. Anthony Yoon literally never fails so far of all the videos I've seen to entertain but also educate. So I thought that was really, really awesome. That was just 5. I would love to do my own 5 tips, because I got 5 other things I would love to say in this video, but we're already too long. I want you guys to let me know, what are your 5 tips that can help improve or cure acne? Put them in the comments below. And if you guys want more information, more of my knowledge, more of my tips of how to get rid of your acne, if you guys don't know already, I used to have acne all over my face, and I've been able to get to a point where I am over 90% clear almost all of the time. I made a book about this because I have so much I wanted to share from all of the decade of basically, 10, 11 years of having acne. It's theacnemethod.com. I'll put a link in the description below. It's only $10. It's 10 steps and it only takes 10 weeks. I've already had so many people go through it, and so many people have seen crazy results. Seriously, Savannah Lee has this before and after that is almost unbelievable. Her whole face has improved with where her acne was and how much it's cleared up. But anyways, you guys should definitely check that out. Put so much work into it, and I made it affordable so that everybody can get it. Go check that out. If you enjoyed the video, give it a big old thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Remember, you are not alone. You are beautiful, and you're part of Team Acne. I'll see you guys in the very next video.